Karen calls 911. After her master key can't open my front door. Unaware my son is the sheriff. You ever get that feeling when someone's ego walks into your home before they even knock on the door? That's exactly what happened. To me, the morning HOA Karen tried to open my front door with what she proudly called her master key. So picture this. It's a sunny Wednesday, birds chirping, coffee brewing, my dog Bear stretching in the hallway, and I'm in my flannel. Pajamas enjoying my second cup of black coffee. All peaceful until I hear the unmistakable sound of a key jingling in my front door lock. At first, I thought maybe it was my wife, forgot her keys or something, but she texted me 5 minutes earlier. She was still at the market. I stood up, slowly walked toward the door, and just as I was about to open it, click, click, click. Someone on the other side was still trying to unlock it. I pulled the door open, and there she was. Karen, HOA board president, standing tall in her red blazer like she was the queen of the neighborhood. Clipboard in one hand, shiny key in the other, and that look, oh man, that look that said, "I own you." She looked startled, maybe even disappointed, like she expected no one to be home. I raised my eyebrow. "Can I help you?" Without missing a beat, she goes, "Yes, I'm here for the inspection. You weren't on the schedule, but I noticed your lawn hasn't been edged in a week, and your holiday lights are still up. That's a violation, and I'm authorized to enter and document it." I blinked. "With a key?" She held it up like it was a badge. "Master key? HOA Regulation 6.4 allows emergency access if residents are unresponsive or non-compliant." I couldn't help but laugh. "Karen, it's 10 a.m. I'm standing right here, fully responsive and very much not inviting you in." She stepped forward. "Sir, I have rights." I stepped back. "Ma'am, so do I. And you're trespassing." That's when her ego boiled over. She shouted, "Fine. If you won't let me in, I'm calling 911. Now see, this is where it gets real interesting, because what she didn't know was that my son, Deputy Alex Miller, was the on-duty sheriff for our district. So I said, "By all means, go ahead." She dialed like a woman on a mission. "Yes, hello? Yes, I'm the HOA president, and a resident is refusing me access. He's getting aggressive. I fear for my safety." I just stared at her. Aggressive? I hadn't even raised my voice. 5 minutes later, a black and white sheriff's SUV pulls up. And guess who steps out? Yep, my son. Sunglasses on, badge shining, cool as ever. Karen looked confused. "Wait, you're the responding officer?" He nodded. "Ma'am, Deputy Miller, what's the emergency?" She smiled like a snake. "Thank goodness you're here. This man is denying HOA access and creating a hostile environment." Alex turned to me. "Hostile, Dad? You been hostile again?" I smirked. "Only thing hostile is the lukewarm coffee," she interrupted. Karen's smile cracked. "Wait, Dad?" My son took a deep breath. "Ma'am, let me clarify something. HOA policies do not override private property laws. You can't enter someone's home with a master key. That's called unlawful entry and, frankly, attempted trespass." She turned red, not blushing red, fire hydrant red. But I'm the president." He pulled out his little notepad. "And I'm the sheriff. So unless you have a warrant, which I'm 100% sure you don't, you need to leave." She tried to argue, of course. Karen never backs down easy. She said something about the bylaws and community safety, and even tried to flash her badge again, as if that plastic HOA tag meant anything. My son stayed calm. "Ma'am, I'm going to ask you once. Step away from the property, or I'll be forced to write you up for harassment." Now, I gotta say, seeing Karen's ego deflate like a popped balloon was worth every second. But it didn't end there. Later that week, at the HOA meeting, Karen tried to push a vote to give all board members legal access to any home at any time. Guess how that went? The rest of the board, who'd heard all about her 911 stunt, voted her out. unanimously. She resigned with her nose in the air, acting like she was the victim. And the funniest part? Her master key turned out to be a janitor's key from the community clubhouse. It didn't even work on residential doors. Now every time I see her walking her dog, she won't even look in my direction. And my lawn? Oh, I edge it every Sunday just to spite her. You know, I used to think HOA rules were about keeping the neighborhood clean and fair. But folks like Karen, they twist rules into weapons. That day taught me something. Standing your ground calmly, without yelling or losing your cool, sometimes speaks louder than any law book or fake badge ever could. I didn't need to prove anything with anger. I just had to let the truth speak for itself. And let the sheriff in the family do the rest. So if you've ever felt bullied by someone hiding behind authority, remember, you have rights. You have a voice. And sometimes, all it takes is a little patience and the right person showing up at just the right time. If you enjoyed the story, there's a lot more drama where that came from. Hit that subscribe button so you never miss a moment of madness. Your likes and comments help us bring more real-life HOA chaos to light. Share this with someone who's dealt with a Karen of their own. And remember, every view supports the next wild story.